I'm Ray, she's Lauren. Thank you and welcome to the inaugural George H.W. Bush Points of Light Awards Gala. We are blessed to have so many members of the Bush and Walker families with us tonight. We thank our many friends for being here who have generously supported Points of Light. My good friend Larry Bathgate, his son-in-law was in the Whiffenpoofs. You have been a true partner in bringing the vision of this award and this evening to life. We thank you and Michelle for everything you have done. We especially want to thank Jean Becker, who was President Bush's chief of staff forever. She was the architect and wise advisor for the gala tonight. We are deeply appreciative of the special support that came from Hank and Corinne Greenberg, Patricia, Victor, and Victoria Ganzi, Johnny and Jeannie Morris, and Don King. We are also thankful to my dear and longtime friends, Mike and Jacqueline Love, and Bruce Johnson of the Beach Boys for their generous support and for so graciously offering to cap off our evening with a live performance by the Beach Boys. I am personally indebted to the incredible Garth Brooks for making the time to be with us and for agreeing to accept this honor. No one lives the life of what President Bush had in mind as a point of light more than Garth does. I'm also grateful to his team who worked so hard with us, Brian Moore and Nancy Seltzer. Let's cut to that. And we'd also like to acknowledge the incredible Points of Light group who worked tirelessly in making tonight's event something that will carry on President Bush's legacy. When we heard about 1,000 Points of Light, our friend Joe Zapala, who's here tonight, suggested I meet with President Bush and Greg Petersmeyer. And when President Bush asked me to be the founding chairman of the Points of Light Foundation in 1990, I was deeply honored. Neil Bush, your role as chairman of Points of Light over the past decade is one in which we are all most grateful, as you have demonstrated extraordinary leadership and carrying the torch. From the beginning, my full partner in this effort was Greg Petersmeyer, who was then the White House Director of National Service. All that has been accomplished through the efforts of the foundation would never have been possible without Greg's leadership and vision. We had some great times working with President Bush and Greg, especially when they asked me to bring Michael Jackson to the White House. Greg and I felt the two most important quotes from President Bush were, and you've all heard this, "From now on in America, any definition of a successful life must include serving others." And when he was leaving office, he said, "I am convinced that the efforts of Points of Light are the source of our country's greatness. They are the promise of America's future." It has been a privilege to co-chair this gala with my good friend and President Bush's daughter, Lauren. Lauren, I know your grandfather is so very proud of you tonight.